Welcome back to the Len Miller Room for this edition of the Eagle Sports Coaches Show. I'm Lindsey Olsen, and we're here with head softball coach David Williams. David, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
First, let's talk about the Jacksonville State series. We just
Okay.
had that this past weekend. That's a series win for the team. You went 2-1. So initial thoughts on this weekend's play?
Really happy with how we played this weekend. Proud of our players for stepping up. Jacksonville State's a strong team, traditionally always at the top of the conference. They're one of those teams that if you can get a win, it's a great win because of their tradition. You know, they've gone to regionals quite a few times. They've had several great players. So for us to come in there and take 2 out of 3 for the second year in a row was really big. And I think the thing I'm most proud of is that we scored 25 runs in the 3 games. Our offense really produced, and we were able to put them in a situation where they had to play catch-up. And I'm not sure if that's a situation that they were necessarily comfortable with and used to.
So this season, Jacksonville State's kind of been known as a power-hitting team, but your team, like you said, got the run production and looked like more of a power-hitting team this weekend.
We did a great job. I mean, one of the game plans was to limit their power numbers, limit their doubles, their home runs, try to keep the ball out of the gap, not let them allow to have those extra base hits. And we really did a great job of that. And I think one of the things that we really did a great job of this weekend was managing situations. I know several times Katie Post had some runners get on early in an inning, but she was able to manage it, get outs, and get out of the inning without giving up a run. So a lot of those things were really great, and obviously the run support helps anybody out. But the ability to score runs in bunches like we did this weekend, I think that's what really helped us secure the series.
And as a coach, you're technically kind of looking at that as maybe, one unfortunate inning in that series that allowed them to score some more runs. But how happy are you overall with the fact that the majority of the time that your pitching was great this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, if you really look at it over a 21, I guess we had a 5-inning game, so I guess a 19-inning span this weekend. I would say that, for 18 innings, we really did a great job. To go that long and have a great job is really, a testament to concentration, focus, those types of things. 1 inning got us, and that may have cost us the second game. But, the fact that we battled back and we even had a shot at the end of the second game was great. So we played really well for all 3 games, especially on the offensive end. But defensively, pitching-wise, if you look at the series as a whole, they really did a great job putting an entire game plan together.
And in relation to pitching, Katie Post picked up both victories this weekend. And she's 11-10 on the season, but if you're not at the games, that's kind of a misleading stat for her. She's been coming in situations where maybe she, like you said, has to get some players off the base path and, get players out of the inning. So how impressed have you been with her?
She's been great. She's improved tremendously from last year. I mean, last year she improved and progressed all the way through the season, but this year she continues to get better. Like you said, her record probably isn't a true indication of how well she's thrown because we have brought her in late game situations and games that she hasn't started. And some of those games have gone extra innings or were tied and those types of things, and just unfortunate circumstance that she happened to be the one in when the game ended. But, she's done a great job. She's been willing to step up in any situation. I think that she's really become the pitcher that wants the ball in her hands, and, feel comfortable with her out there. And I think her mindset and everything as far as wanting to be a leader in the circle has been great. So, when you look at her record, not necessarily a true indication of the amount of work that she's put in, but if you look at her overall stats, she's definitely done a great job. She's improved tremendously, and she's really managed a lot of tough situations for us this year.
And one of the important stats, last year she finished with 113 strikeouts. This year she's already just a little bit over 130. So do you look at that as a training in the off-season thing or more of a confidence thing or a combination?
I think it's a combination of both. I think she definitely came in this year more prepared than she did last year. She came in the fall, obviously more prepared, but she even came back from Christmas more prepared. But I also think a confidence standpoint, it's a lot easier for a pitcher to throw when they know they're going to have run support. But I also think that she has had some success getting out of tough situations this year. And she is very willing to be the one to say, I'm going to step up and I'm going to try to get us out of this situation. So I think from a confidence standpoint, from a mental standpoint, just all those things. I think it's a combination of everything. And obviously the more success she has, the more confidence she's going to build.
Right. And another pitcher on your staff, Kelsey McMurray, returning. She's been called on upon more this year than she had to last year. So her numbers are obviously up from more innings. So how is she fitting into the lineup for you?
Kelsey's another one. She's improved since last year, and she's definitely gotten better. I think that with Kelsey, just asking her to throw more innings, I think that alone has increased her confidence. But just with anything, the more experience you get, the better you're going to get. And I see Kelsey continuing to progress. And if she progresses at the rate she's progressed at, and you know, kind of follows the same model that Katie's followed, I think, you know, as she moves from her junior year to her senior year, she could really develop even more and be really beneficial to this program. Not for the rest of this year, but next year as well.
All right, and going to a whole class rather than just certain people, talking about your senior class as a whole, they're absolutely producing. You have to be happy with what they're doing this season.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. You know, we've got 8 players hitting over 300, and out of those 8, I think 5 or 6 of them are seniors. I'm not quite sure off the top of my head, but I know 5 or 6 of them are seniors, and they're hitting the ball. You know, they're hitting the ball. Doing a really good job pacing the offense, providing leadership. You know, you look around and you know, at any given point, you could call on any one of them to step in the box and deliver a hit. So really pleased with the entire group as a whole. I think that just the attitude that they've had this year, they want to do well, and they're trying their absolute best to make sure that they go out with a bang. And really at this point, I feel like we're starting to play our best ball of the season. So I really look forward to the last part of the season here as we progress into the next few weeks. We've got a lot of games left, and I'd like to see how all that plays out. And
you talked about leadership. Obviously you have the leaders on the field and off the field, but just with their play, it's so much easier to say that they're leaders and look up to them from an underclass standpoint if they're producing on the field.
Well, definitely. You know, one of the things I think the underclassmen have learned from them, but I also think that the underclassmen have provided a little bit of a competition too. So I think it's been beneficial all the way around. But I think the leadership and you know, the determination of some of the seniors and the work ethic involved in wanting to have a great senior year and wanting to have a good season and build this program and do those things, I think that that's really starting to show, and I think they're starting to reap some of the rewards of that. So, you know, as we progress, like I said, I feel like we're getting ready to start to play our best ball of the season. So I'm really excited about these last few weeks as we head into the rest of our OVC schedule and as we lead up to tournament. So, you know, I'd like to see how this all continues to progress and see where it takes us.
And they're clearly leaving their mark on the program. If you look at their career stats, Amber Riddle has broken the home run record, the RBI record. You've got Kayla Ashbrook up there in hits. So what does it mean for them and for you as a coach to have seen them progress through the years?
Well, you know, unfortunately, the one thing I can say is I hate that I didn't get to see all 4 years with all these young ladies, because just in the last 2 that I've been here, the progress that they've made has been, you know, remarkable. It's been awesome to watch them develop as players, develop as people. You know, when we talk about individual awards, someone like Amber Riddle, who's set so many records already and still has several games to add to it, I think it's really important, you know, from her standpoint, because just the backstory. You know, you've got someone, this is her hometown. You know, there's more of a following for Amber Riddle here than you would find in most college towns when you're talking about an individual player. You can't go anywhere in town without somebody saying, hey, you know, Amber plays for you, or, you know, it's kind of funny. They act like you don't know her. Do you know Amber Riddle? Well, she is on my team. So it's kind of funny because everybody's so excited about that. So it adds a little bit more of a mystique to it, you know, and everything. But then you look at other players. Kayla Ashbrook's having a great senior season, doing a really good job right now. Just got her second OVC Player of the Week award on the year. Liz Wagner, I mean, she's been hitting it all year. You know, she's hitting over 400, and she's delivered some really big hits. Just the other day, she got us on the board in that third game against Jacksonville State with a solo home run. She's the real one that really got it going there. You know, and then you look across the board at the other seniors, you know, Adrena Anderson hitting over 300, been doing a good job starting the offense in the leadoff spot. Sam Woodall has really come on strong and is really hitting the ball well. She's hitting over 300 as well. And she's been doing a lot of different things on the base paths and really helping create some offense with speed, just like Adrena. Anna Summer, you know, she's really become a consistent hitter, someone that's going to put the ball in play. But not only that, she does so much more for you. She does all the little things that you need somebody to do. And just her outfield play has been phenomenal. She's made some plays out there that have been great. You know, and we've talked about Katie, you know, I mean, so I don't think I left any of the seniors out. I hope I didn't. But let me make sure real quick. I want to make sure we talked about all of them. I think we hit all of them.
Yep, so, we went across the outfield, pitching.
Okay.
Yep.
But their contributions this year have been really, really great. And, you know, I just hope they continue to have a good season. And I hope that they can, you know, continue to do some things, gain some momentum. And as we get towards the end of the year, you know, when we head into tournament, we get to tournament, we're able to make some noise.
And one player really quickly that I wanted to mention, a newcomer to the team that's helped you, you know, get some runs on the board, Tressa Watson, freshman. She's come in and made an immediate impact. Just one of those players, she seems like that she just goes out there and does exactly what you need her to do when you need her to do it.
Tressa is clutch. That's probably the best way to put it. You put her in as a runner in scoring position, you put her into pinch hit, she gets a hit, she gets an RBI. She's hitting, I think, around 380. And you know, she's one of those players that you'd like to get her more at bats, and we've tried to get her in about an at bat a game. She's going to have a bright future here with us. You know, when I recruited her, I saw her bat as being a major advantage for us. And to this point, she's really doing a good job with it. She's got a lot of power, you know, and as she, once again, as she develops and gets, you know, more experience, I think that she's going to be someone we're sitting here talking about 3 years from now as being someone that may have a chance at making some marks in the record books. I'm not sure. But she definitely has been a big contributor for us this year and been really clutch at times. And, you know, I just would like to see her continue to develop and progress and become an even better hitter.
Absolutely. All right, looking forward to this week with your schedule. You have a Dayton doubleheader tomorrow that was rescheduled from one of those many rain dates earlier this season.
Yeah.
So Dayton team, the record is not very different from your own. They're looking at 17 and 18 on the season, I believe. So what can we expect from them?
Well, you know, they're scrappy. They're going to have a decent pitching staff. They're going to have some decent hitters. They're just scrappy. You know, I wouldn't say there's one area that really sticks out with them more so than the other because they're pretty even all the way around, but they find a way to get it done. So once again, you know, just like we talked about earlier with Jacksonville State, we have to come in. We have to make sure that, you know, we're taking care of ourselves first and foremost. We have to make sure that we get on the board and we get the lead, we hold a lead, and, you know, we play our game. We can't worry about what they're going to do. Right. And I think that if we can do that, then we'll be fine. So, you know, just want to get on the field at this point. Anytime we can get out and play a game at this point in the season, we're going to take advantage of it.
Right, and finishing off the weekend at UT Martin and SEMO, 2 OVC contests, and there's still a lot of OVC games left to be played for you guys this season.
Yeah, we have a lot. I think 12 maybe. I'm not sure. I think there's 12 OVC games left, so we do have a lot. Obviously, this is an important weekend for us. UT Martin, kind of like a Jacksonville State, always traditionally pretty strong. So if we can go in and we can get some wins there, that's going to be really great for us. And then we go to SEMO, and if we can get some wins there, that'll really put us in a good position. I think, you know, looking at the remainder of our schedule, if we take care of ourselves and do the things that we know how to do that will make us successful, I think we'll be fine.
All right. Well, make sure to check out msueagles.com. We are here with head softball coach David Williams. So tune in. And our next segment is Matt Schabert. He will be talking to Jamie Gordon, head coach of a successful Eagles volleyball program. So thank you, David.
Thank you.